In an ancient time, when a terrible evil threatens the land, only one man can save the world.
Say what? Get out of here.
What? What's the meaning of this?
Oh, let's take off that broken record.
I say.
Here, hold my earrings while I take this monster down. I've got your back, darling. We just might burn down this town. Oh no, oh yeah. When you're up against a challenge and you need a helping hand, we've got an arsenal of fireballs, steel stilettos, and a cat. Oh yeah, oh yeah.
Hi, I am Al. I am your DM. Welcome to Here, Hold My Earrings. Starting in no particular order, we've got Joe, Henrietta, Yvonne, Laura, and Sabrina playing today. I'll let each of them introduce themselves. Joe?
Yeah, hi, I'm Joe, and I play a character called Cora. She's 20. She's an Asimar life cleric who had a bit of a tragic childhood, and because of this and her adventuring, she has a bit of a penchant for liking to interrogate.
Very good. Henrietta?
Hi, I'm Henriette. I'm from Norway, and I play Delin, a Kalashtar druid who likes to turn into a dire Pomeranian.
One of the most feared animals across Faerun, for sure.
Absolutely.
Yvonne?
Hi, I'm Yvonne. I'm from Canada, and I play Cracker, a half-orc barbarian with a checkered employment past. Mess with my friends, and I'll end you.
Very nice. Laura?
Hello, I'm Laura from Germany, and I'm playing Byleth, a dragonborn wizard, striving for the power to bring back her dead parents, which she accidentally killed. Yes.
Which is probably the fantasy of half the teenagers who might ever listen to this thing. All right, very good. And last but not least, our newest joiner, Sabrina.
Hi, I'm Sabrina. I'm from the Netherlands, and I play Ariel Stormwind, a half-elf paladin who's looking for revenge for the one who killed her best friend.
If I had a nickel for every revenge story in D&D. Excellent. All right, well, let's see if we can't make some of that happen for everybody. Where did we leave off? Who wants to give us a quick recap? Henrietta, would you like to do that?
Well, we fought. No, we didn't fight the dinosaur last time. We had already kind of calmed the big honker down, and we tried to. And I don't remember. We didn't play very long last time, did we? We met Bailiff. No, that was last time. Yes, now I remember. God, I need to edit this out. Let's start over.
Oh, it's okay. It's okay for you to edit your mistakes,
Yeah.
but my stuff stays in there. Yeah.
Well,
I gotta get you somehow.
like I said last time, my only notes for last time is Beep Bop Frogman. That's my notes from last time.
Me too. That's exactly what I wrote.
Love it.
So can you understand why
Frogman, follow him.
So we had calmed the situation down. We had been hunker. We had talked to Bailiff and also calmed things down with her. And we needed to decide what to do with Big Honker. And when we were discussing this, a frogman came up to us and asked for help again. And after a little bit back and forth, I decided to use Mind Link so we could actually understand what he was saying, because he was only talking Grung, I think. And they needed help, of course, as everyone in the city does. So we decided to go outside the city with Big Honker and camp for the night. And we also sent Salazar, Maddie's familiar, to get Cud and Rimfaxi to meet us outside the city. So we are going to take a long rest. What's the plan?
Excellent. 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 And for the third week in a row, as you're just about to head out, yeah, looks like you have access to it, but it doesn't show up for some reason. Let me know if you can move your token around. You see this Zentrum soldier still sort of poking around in the rubble, apparently looking for, you're not sure exactly what. But this particular person seems to be lurking behind him. She looks quite well appointed. She's wearing a chain shirt. She's wielding a pretty big weapon. And she looks like she's about to stalk up behind him, and she raises her sword. What do the rest of you do?
Do we all see this?
Yeah, you all
I
see
don't
this.
see it. Do I see it? I don't know.
What do we do? What do we do?
Well,
Well, I like natural. I mean, it's not my business. I'm just kidding.
it's not my business. Byleth, you should be over here with the rest of your party. Never
all
split the
right.
party.
I was confused.
Never split the party. Yeah.
Hmm.
Do, 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 do,
I
do,
step
do.
forward and shout, "Hey, look out behind you!" Because I mean, really, we're not against the Zentrum.
Yeah. He spins around and he goes, "Oh, treachery!" And he draws his longsword. Roll initiative.
Yeah.
I think I can dash, right?
Now, I'm not saying you have to fight, and I'm not saying you have to kill anybody in particular, but I'm also not saying it.
And
Oh my
this is
God,
where
I
we
got a
wipe
crit- I got a
completely.
crit.
5 minutes in.
Yeah, I think
Ooh.
I've. So have I? Lee is out.
Oh, Satina's
Are these
still
the
in there.
correct? Are these still the correct? Are these the correct numbers?
No.
Okay, I'll change it.
Mine-
Cracker gets 17. Dallin's got.
I got a 8.
8.
'cause-
You got 8. Okay. Byleth got a 6.
Yes.
Sorry, I didn't select my
19 for
token.
Cora. Yvonne. Okay.
I mean, that never happens.
Yeah, it's happened once or twice. It does happen occasionally. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, that's everybody. Big
May I
honker.
ask a question? I'm so sorry, but
That's okay.
we did a long rest last time.
No.
No? Oh, all right. Then never
It's-
mind. I'm sorry.
It's taken forever for you guys to walk out of this city.
Yeah.
All right.
Same day.
All right. Well, I guess he'll go first. He will turn around, draw his weapon, and attempt to defend himself. Yeah. Have at thee. He doesn't say that. Ah, you murderous scum! Who wants to roll the attack on Sabrina's character, Oriole?
Okay, I
Okay.
will.
All right, Joe. Remember, she's level 1, so if you kill her.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah,
Ah.
she rolls a 1. He completely misses. He's taken in by her long, lustrous hair that blows in his face and distracts. Oh, her short hair. But she's got a long braid, doesn't she?
No, she's got
Yeah.
long braid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the braid blows in his hair, kind of distracts him briefly, and he completely whiffs, as they say. Well done. Who is up next? Looks like it's Cora.
Okay. I'm gonna move so that she can see me.
Mhm.
And I'm just gonna shout. I'm gonna use my action to shout, "What are you doing? Why are you attacking him?"
Okay, very good. So, Sabrina, in our game, this is one of the very few homebrewed rules. If somebody takes their turn to initiate a conversation, they can have a fairly lengthy one sentence. And actually, even though it's not the other person's turn, I'll allow the other person, who in this case would be you, the recipient of the discourse, to reply with an equally long sentence. Not monologuing, but it also doesn't have to be, one word or two words.
All right. So I will reply with, "Shut up. Don't get into my business."
Yeah, she's on her own then. Fair enough.
Yeah.
All right. Cracker.
Oh man, here we go again, right? I'm not on the dragon or the dinosaur, which is good. I'm walking.
I think you
I'm
were
walking
riding
with
him, actually.
purpose. Am I? Okay. Is it a quick action to slide off? Or is it a
You could
standing?
it's just movement. You can jump off.
Okay. I jump off.
Like
Yeah.
do you do
Hold
like a
on.
Fred Flintstone slide down his back and then flip
Oh,
off the
you
end of
have
the
to.
tail?
Yes.
And you
Yes,
have
I
to
do.
say yabba dabba doo.
And I say yabba dabba do. Absolutely. Absolutely.
Very good.
That's way too funny. I can get to here and that's it. Shoot. Okay, well that's what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna move to here. Oh, take it off the ruler. Stop measuring.
You mean like this?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
like
All
that.
right. Yeah.
Okay.
Corners. Okay.
And I'm gonna say, be careful. There's more of us here. You don't want to have to fight us all.
Who are you directing it at?
At Oriel.
Okay. Obviously, you don't know who that is. So
I don't know who it
the
is. The lady in blonde hair.
right.
The
Okay.
lady in blonde hair.
The lady in blonde hair.
Okay,
That's
so I
like
can respond, right?
that's like me when I'm in drag. Yeah.
Now that I want a picture of Al.
It's
Me
not pretty.
too.
No, it's not pretty. I had high heels on, deliberately left my legs unshaved. It was awful. Really awful. I even put like 2 little lemon halves in the bustier so that it looked like I had really perky nipples.
Man, lemon halves. Her little.
Not good. Not good. Not good. Anyway,
I would
so
pay money to see that.
yeah.
Mhm.
Well, it's not going to happen. That's what I'm telling you. It's not going to happen. All right. Yes, Ariel, you can respond if you would like.
Yes, I will respond with, "You don't understand. You should be fighting against these guys."
Ooh, the plot thickens. Dallin.
Wait,
Oh,
wait,
actually,
wait.
it's
I
no,
can.
sorry, it's Ariel's turn. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
And
now
I
it's your
will.
turn.
I will draw my sword and I will
Mm.
attack.
All right. Go for it.
And I'm going to use my longsword,
Hmm.
my two-handed longsword.
All right. Wow. Jesus Christ. Two-handed longsword. You roll a 9 on your first. You hit him, and you roll 11 points of damage, and he dies.
Oh my god.
And I say, "That's what you get if you mess with me and my friends."
All right. Well, that was interesting.
And on my
You hear some
turn,
shouts from
I just said that
yeah.
was
You hear
quick.
some, you hear some shouts from further down. Murph,
Oh great.
Murph, where are you? Come on, we're waiting for you.
How many
well-
seconds until they're here? Do I know? Do I have about 12 seconds?
Approximately.
You don't even know where they are, right? You can't physically even see them. You just hear them shouting from very, very far away. It's like this. It's the kind of shouting where if you had like a lost dog in the woods, you were trying to get the dog to pay attention. It'd be that kind of shouting. Murph, where are you?
Okay, I'm gonna cast Mold Earth underneath him. and drop the earth on top of you. And just slap my hands together and just start to walk away.
Yeah. And suddenly all you see is like a little fresh grave.
Yeah.
Does like a little flower pop up at the end of it?
Oh, I don't have a Druidcraft. Where I should made some flowers. We don't need no more
Very
trouble.
nice. We don't need more trouble. Don't know what that. What? No, I don't know what that is. He was like that when I got here.
Yeah.
You mean he was dead when you got there? Yeah.
Yeah. Probably
Very
the
good.
dinosaur got him before we
Earlier.
calmed him down.
Should have just got the dinosaur to eat him, and then you wouldn't have any
Oh, of
evidence.
course.
Ooh. Not too late. Byleth.
I think I'm also going like here. With behind Cracker. I'm very impressed by your strength. Also a bit jealous, but and I'm just shouting, "Who the hell are you? And why were you fighting this man?"
Yeah, so technically we're not in combat right now. So I'll let you have a quick discussion. I'll keep track of time based on how many sentences everybody uses in case anything happens. So you can certainly respond, Ariel, if you'd like.
Yeah, I would really like to. I would respond with, well, let's talk about, but not here. Let's go somewhere else. Please, let's move. And then
Okay.
I'll try to move, and maybe hide a little bit behind the house that they're all coming from.
Okay, well, that'll be on your turn.
Alrighty.
Yep. Okay. Big honker snorts. And your froggy friend kind of just hops back and forth, on one leg, then the other, and says, "Help! Help! 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 Help!"
Yeah, we're coming.
And he procures another green egg. Help! 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 Bip bop! Bip bop! Help! 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 You hear more shouting. Murph! Murph! Oh God! If he's corpse looting again, I'll kill him. But they do sound like they're getting closer. Cora.
I'm gonna kind of shout to everybody, get behind the house, and I'm gonna move towards going behind the house.
Okay, you dash underneath Big Honker's legs. Very
Yeah.
good. Yeah, he kind of looks down at you and he gets a little bit excited, thinking that you're like a meal.
As I run through, I just give him a scratch on his jaw.
Well, I'm glad you clarified that. Thank you.
Very important.
Me too.
Nothing more awkward than scratching the belly of your dog and then kind of like missing. Cracker.
Oh God.
I feel like you've done that.
I mean, who hasn't done it by accident? I mean, they just kind of lay down, stretch out, and then you're like, Jesus. All right, what are you gonna do, Cracker?
So I move up to
Everybody-
here
Mm-hmm.
and I say, I don't know who you are, but you better get the hell out of here because they're coming now. You can come with us if you want.
Excellent. Come with me if you want to live.
Yes.
All right, Ariel.
Yeah, I don't know you either. So, okay, let's just move. Maybe we can talk. And then I would like to move towards the back of the house.
Yeah, go ahead and move your token.
So let's see, I have a speed of 30. So I think this is going to be like over here.
Yep. But remember, you can also take the dash action.
Oh, yeah, that
Which-
would be great.
Yeah. I mean, technically, you
oh.
were just responding to Cracker, so you could just say your action was to take the dash action. So you can go another 30 feet.
Yeah, let's do that. Let's do that.
All right.
too high. And I think that I'm
And
going to. No, I think I'm going to be moving over here. And just when I see the dinosaur, I'm like, whoa, hold on. What is this?
right. Fair enough.
Mm.
Yeah. Okay. So
So
the rest of
be
you are all
like,
heading off the screen, aren't you? You're walking down some side streets, heading towards the jungle. As you walk, you remember the way the topography is laid out. Essentially, this is a peninsula of land that curves up north into the ocean and forms a little bay. And there are several roads leading out of the city that basically follow the river valleys that have been carved out over time. And you're surrounded by a combination of hills growing into somewhat mountainous terrain, which are all generally covered by tropical, dense jungle. The humidity is overpowering. You're constantly wet and hot. Those of you who wear medium or heavy armor will feel like you have one level of exhaustion. So you have to remember that you have that disadvantage, right? That includes Cora and will include Ariel as well. Whilst you were in the city, it wasn't quite so bad because the harbor and the city itself, even outside the walls in the slummy areas, have been designed to try to take advantage of the trade winds that blow in from the ocean. But as you head further and further east, further and further south into the jungle, there's a lot less airflow in that regard. As you start to disappear into the jungle, the houses become a bit sparser, as you would expect, and at some point it just becomes kind of fields. But as you are sort of leaving the last couple of houses, and you no longer can see where you were, you hear in the background, "Huh. Well, that looks like Murph's sword. Uh, what's this? Looks like fresh dirt." You don't think? Nah, couldn't be. Serves a bastard right. Oh, you still owed me 5 copper. Fuck it, get over it. All right.
That was easy.
Hmm.
Well done. Yeah. It's only murder if you get caught.
Loving friends.
Well, remember what we said about the Zentrum.
Yeah.
All
Mercenaries.
right. So you guys want to keep heading south?
Well,
Out of town?
we're following Froggy.
We're following the
Get
frog,
that.
aren't we?
Yes.
Spit Bop.
Yeah, well,
Sorry.
initially he has to get out of so right now you're kind of almost in it's not quite a canyon, but it's got the definition of a, at a minimum, sort of a glacial passage, right? There are some higher elevation areas that are very hard to traverse, and the middle section has been evened out over time, either through water or ice. So that's the easiest way to get into the deeper parts of the jungle. And he's generally following that path. And it is kind of a road. As you know, Port Nyanzaru is the trade hub for a lot of things a lot of commercial activities that take place in Chult, including the harvesting of exotic woods, as well as animals, and foods and fruits. So, let's see. Can everybody see this map?
Hmm. Oh, not yet.
No,
No. Same.
no.
black.
Not
It's
yet.
loading.
Oh,
It's just
loading.
black.
Hmm.
I just
Yeah,
get
for me
black
too.
screen.
Yeah, me too.
I did just check it earlier.
It's okay. I
So-
just got the red bar.
Oh,
I can see my token at the top, but
Mhm.
everything else is black.
Oh yeah.
Same.
so what's going on? Oh, I know. Maybe I should reveal the area.
Oh, that.
Did that work?
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
Woo.
God,
Uh,
if only the DM would get off
Look
his
at
there.
lazy
Yay. There it
ass
is.
and actually do his
Pretty.
job. Maybe
Honestly,
some
Al.
of us could play some
Simmer down.
D&D. All right, so you guys are on a road finally. You're heading south away from the city. You're in the middle of the jungle, although this is not that bad. This is kind of swampy-ish, but it's not overgrown. Most of these large plants and bushes are definitely difficult terrain. So essentially, if you move off the road, you'll be into sort of difficult terrain. Even the clear areas, the marsh areas, this is all sort of difficult terrain. You're either walking through thick brush or you're basically sinking, 6 inches into some quicksandy type material. There are trees for cover if for some reason you need cover. I mean, I'm not saying you would ever be in combat, but who knows?
It's you after all, Al.
Who knows? Now, the thing is, Big Honker does not find this particularly difficult terrain, so he will not be impacted.
Oh,
you
we'll
would think,
just get on his back.
well, he can carry probably 2 of you, but the rest of you would have to, and he can maybe take also, along with 2 medium-sized creatures, he can maybe also take Mr. Bip-Bop himself. But the rest of you will either have to find your own way, or you'll all just have to walk at a very slow pace. And actually, Maddie is not currently with you. So, did you want to take a long rest here?
Yes. Yeah, right. I don't know. Maybe.
You hear the sounds of frogs and other swamp life around you, crickets, the occasional loon, or what might pass for a loon in this area. Occasionally you see some ripples in the water. Could be fish, could be something else. Who knows? Those of you who might be hungry, you could always try your luck and stick in a toe or a hand and try to go catfishing, like they do in some parts of America. Or if you have any survival skills, if you're proficient in survival or something else that might be appropriate, you could also try to scrounge for food. For those of you who have rations, or if you have a spell that can create food, you can certainly do that. It's not advisable to drink the water straight.
Okay.
Bip-Bop offers one of the eggs
Mhm.
and suggests telepathically to Dallin that if you would like, he's happy to cook one of them up for you.
I'm good. I got rations.
Me too.
He notices that Ariel has joined the party, and he offers an egg to Ariel.
Gee, thanks.
Do you take it?
I take it.
It feels slightly warm to the touch.
Ugh. Okay, thanks, I guess. So, hi. What is this? First of all, this big one over here.
What big one?
The dinosaur?
The big, yes, the dinosaur. Yes.
That's our friend Big Honker.
Oh, okay. And he's your friend?
For
Yeah.
now. Until he decides
Until he
otherwise.
gets hungry.
Okay. Should I be on the lookout for if he gets hungry, or?
Probably.
He likes
Ah.
he likes the ones that are crunchy on the outside and chewy on the inside.
Oh man,
Yeah.
just my luck.
We freed him.
Oh,
He was
yeah.
being held in chains day in and day out, so we decided to free him. And then he ran rampage through the city, so we had to capture him and take him outside the city. Didn't think
Oh
it
wow.
through.
You
bear
forgot
in
to
mind
mention
we-
something.
What?
He killed the clown.
Ah,
Oh, I knew it. Gotta bring up the
Well,
clown.
man,
good
Even though
riddance.
the other people,
It'd be revered in some cultures.
yeah.
it would be.
Again, we like clowns. Clown Association of America, please don't take offense. Baha, baha, baha. All in good fun.
Well, good riddance, if you ask me.
Yeah.
Oh my God, Jesus! What did I just say?
This is great. We seem to have a lot in common.
Sabrina does not represent the thoughts and opinions of the rest of us.
You mean the Americans?
I'm going
How
to
are,
turn to
how are Dutch
Oriel.
clowns? Are Dutch clowns different from the rest of the world? Are they different from American clowns?
Well,
Do
I don't think
do
we
the
have
Dutch
a lot
have
of
clowns?
clowns.
Yeah, I don't think so either. You guys aren't a very funny
No.
race, really.
Well, maybe not. Maybe not.
Okay,
So,
cool.
I'm going to turn to Oriel and I'm just going to say this isn't the only strange companion we have. We have just, sent for our other companions. One is Minotaur, called Cud. So,
okay.
if you see people like that or somebody strange coming towards us, you might want to ask first before you kind of let loose. Just
Now, you haven't actually done a full introduction, so if you guys want to do a little introduction, otherwise you're just sort of randomly traveling with a murderer.
Well, can we say that I've started a fire? I have a pretty good survival thing. I'm good at living in the bush, being raised by lumberjacks.
Yeah, you want to start a fire? Go ahead. So let's
Yeah.
see. So Yvonne Cracker wants to start a fire. Is anybody going to do a proper
small-
introduction here?
Well, around the fire while we have some tea.
Oh, okay. Right.
When
Yeah.
when Cracker is
Oh,
almost
that's
finished with the
delightful.
fire, I'm gonna use my cantrip, create bonfire. Right beside it. And just snigger.
I
Haha.
just kicked her.
Wow.
I love it.
Yeah.
Love it.
That's nice. Nice. Wait. How to
Oh,
win
that's good.
friends and influence
Friends and
people.
influence people.
Yeah.
Into the same
Really
thing.
good. Well done. Yeah. And it also looks a lot better than any fire that Cracker would have made either. Very good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Where are the fires? I'm gonna get a fire for you. Okay.
And just quickly, I offer to share my rations with Oreo, just so we can
You
get
just-
all friendly and sit
You
and
just
eat
walk
and
up to
relax.
complete stranger murderers and just offer food.
Yeah,
Here you
whatever.
go. Where do you
hot.
want to put this fire there, Yvonne? Where does Cracker
Oh
want to put
well,
this
my
fire?
fire's like probably been consumed by the bonfire.
Oh yeah, right. So yeah, sorry, Dallin,
So it was
Henrietta.
there. Yep, that's good.
Where is this bonfire of yours?
Near the path. So
In the middle of the path.
not in the middle, but near the path, so that we can.
Well, here.
Yeah.
Here.
Not too close
Here.
to the water.
Just in the water.
Books and water.
Maybe.
All right.
Yeah, around there.
Okay. It is smoking. It is obviously damp wood. Even the stuff that's dead is damp. So it's like a great big gray smoky mess. But it's magical bonfire, so it will burn eventually, and eventually it does start to even out a bit more.
And I can just keep casting it.
Yep, fair enough. Just
I'm
as a
gonna-
reminder, who has medium armor again? Just Cora and Oriel?
Yes.
Okay, sounds good.
I'm
What was that,
gonna
Joe?
I'm going to turn to Oriel and I'm going to say, okay, I'm Cora. We're a band of adventurers. We are investigating various things. What's your story and why are you going around killing Zentrim?
Well, hi, and gee, thanks for alerting the guy. That wasn't very helpful at all. And I will turn to Dalen because I think she was the one who helped, right? Who buried the guy.
Yeah, I
the
just buried
corpse.
him.
Yes. So I turn to Dalen and I say, and thank you. I could really use some help.
Okay.
So my name is Ariel, and I'm ready to go back at any time now. I heard you say something about that there were more. Let's go. Let's just get through all of them. I can't wait.
Hang
Let's
on a
just do
minute.
this.
What is your beef with the Zentrum?
You don't understand. It's
I'm asking. That's why I want to understand. That's why I'm asking.
okay. So how do I know if I can trust you? Especially you, Cora.
Especially me. Why? What's
Because you alerted the guy. You totally blew my cover.
Yeah, she's got a point.
Well, wasn't it
That
Cracker?
was me.
Yeah.
Well, I don't tend to stand by
Oh,
and
that was
just.
a cracker.
That was Cracker.
That's me. Trying to give you my food, hoping you'd forget.
Well, she did.
Yvonne just sort of Cracker just slinking off into the bushes, passive aggressively pretending like she was not part of the conversation, or the whole alerting the Zentrum thing, not pretending like she doesn't care about the fact that the fire was started immediately by Dallin.
I don't know. Anyway, I'm so sorry. It's just I'm so angry. I just can't understand why this has happened to my friend. We were just out there doing our thing, and all of a sudden I'm in the city center, and they're killing my friend, and I don't know why or who did it or why they would do something like that. But I on my way out of town, I found out something about them, and this Centrum guys, I found out a bunch of them are coming, and I was eavesdropping, and I was listening into them, and I followed one here, and you saw what happened. I just unleashed my anger on him. But before that happened, I heard him say something about the orders of battle. I just don't understand, there's something with the due date when they attack, and it's going to be approaching real soon, and I just don't understand. But all I know is that I want to finish these guys. I just want to finish them.
Mm. So you're saying that this a Zentrum or the Zentrum killed somebody who was a very good friend of yours.
Yeah.
Did you
Yeah, that's
actually see
tricky.
them do it?
I'm sorry.
Did you actually see them do it?
Yes, I
Wow.
saw it with my own two eyes.
I'm sorry you witnessed that.
Yeah, thanks. Well, sorry, it's not something that I have anything. I just have to get my revenge. I just get back at them.
Do you know
So,
which
but
ones you want to go for, or are you just going for any Zentrum?
yeah, well, I don't
'Cause
really
there's a lot of
know.
them.
There are?
Yeah. I mean, thousands.
Damn. All right. No, I did not know that. But I'm sure I can handle them. Maybe with the
Well,
right set of friends.
you're taking on probably the biggest army of the land. You sure you want to do that? I mean, I get the revenge thing. Don't get me wrong.
Well, I don't care. That's why I live. I cannot move forward until I have my revenge with them. And maybe not all at once, but maybe one at a time. I don't know. They shouldn't be allowed to be walking around this freely and do stuff like that with innocent people.
Yeah, fair play. I think we all have our own revenge agenda.
You do?
Yeah, I had an entity kill my entire village a few
Oh
years
no.
back, and I'm trying to, in my adventures, trying to decipher what that entity was so that I can search it out and have my revenge. So, kind of
And you're
understand.
and you're sure it wasn't the Centrum because, man, these guys.
No, trust me, if it was the Zentrum, there'd be an awful lot less of them right now.
All right, all right. So, and how about the rest of you guys?
I don't have any revenge ideas. I just I don't like them. There's something wrong about it, and there's something off about how there seems to be more and more of them in the city. But I don't know, it's not my city and it's one of the princes that's ruling the city, so I guess they know best. I don't know.
Yeah, aren't they hired to protect the city?
Yeah.
So
Well, in which case they will actually do that. They are known mercenaries that when they sign a contract, they actually fulfill that contract. But you
Mhm.
just better make sure you've worded it right because they'll twist it and turn it to their own benefit if they can.
Man,
But I tell you what, Oriel, if you come across their leader, who's called Lord Vidar, be careful. He's real powerful.
what does he do?
He's a spellcaster. Yeah, you wouldn't want to tangle with him alone, so just be careful.
wasn't the captain also on the boat that we came across? He was also a spellcaster, and he was also really powerful. He turned himself into a dragon.
Oh my god.
Yeah, so they have some powerful people. So if we are going after the ones that killed your friend, we need to be careful about it, and we need to find out who actually did it and why. Was it
Oh man.
just the person that kind of found out that he wanted to do that, or was it orders, or
Yeah, I mean, was it just a random few that we need to snuff out, or is it
No,
all
no,
of
it was
part of their agenda?
yeah.
I mean,
Oh
who was
man.
your friend? Were they important?
Well, no, well, at least none of us were, but oh man, it sounds like I'm in way over my head and what am I gonna do about this? Man, I just maybe I could really use some help and it sounds like you guys really know your stuff and know these guys or at least a little bit more than I do. So we don't really know each other right now, but maybe you could help me a little bit. I don't know. I just
Well,
want
I
to
don't
fix
know about the
this.
rest of the group, but if you want to join us and help us, then, if you want to offer few Zentrum on the way round, I'm not going to stop you. Well, unless you're going to put us in danger, but
All
I mean, they
right.
didn't seem to care that much.
No, they didn't they? Assholes. Well,
Picking them
all
off one
right.
by one might be your best bet.
All right. All right. Well, it sounds like a good plan. Maybe so. What are you guys heading towards? How can I help you?
we are
Well, at the
going
moment,
to kill some lizard people to help out the frog people.
At which
And
point,
train Big
Alright.
Bob
Honker to
jumps back and forth very excitedly. Help, 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 help.
Yes, we're gonna help you, but we need to rest. We're going
So
to.
And he
what's up
looks
with this
very
X?
dejected and he starts licking things.
You.
don't let him lick you.
Oh yeah, he's
Poisonous.
poisonous.
Oh, all right. I'm gonna move. And I'm going to move a little bit
And Cracker says
to.
to Dallin, remind him not to lick anyone.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna do my mind link again and just say, "Don't lick anyone."
He looks very dejected and says, in your mind link, "Oh, but it's considered a totally socially acceptable form of greeting, and we only do it to people we like."
Yeah, but
I,
your spit.
did I offend you?
No, but your spit makes us sick. So please don't do it.
Well, maybe your spit isn't so nice either. Did you think about that? And then he shuts down the mind link.
Okay. Rude.
And he storms off into the jungle for not very far away, but just enough to let you know that he's a little bit miffed. Big Honker is just bored out of his mind.
Can I use my survival skills to find him some food?
Sure. What are you going to find him?
Are there any small creatures sort of hopping around, like a bunny rabbit or a pig?
Well, to him, you're a small creature.
I know.
So I'm just saying, like a rabbit is
I know.
like, it's like 2 grains of sugar or something to him.
How about an
Okay, something
elephant?
slightly larger.
Yeah, an elephant would be a good meal for him. Elephants
Yeah.
are approximately the same size.
Hmm.
So how do you want to do it?
I turn to Cora and I say, an elephant? That's a great idea. How are we going to find an elephant?
I don't know.
Give some sort of,
I just,
I don't know.
he'd need something substantial. But then again, we don't want him too full because then he won't want to move.
Oh, that's true. Well, he'll probably just eat and then relax for the night, right? And that actually wouldn't be too bad. And he wouldn't wander off. But he is
Mhm.
going to wander off if we don't feed him. Can I use my perception to look around, see if there's anything like an elephant kicking around?
Like an elf?
An
Elephant.
elephant, not an elf.
Oh, I mean, she's half
You're
elf.
always doing that.
No.
Ow.
She's half elf. I mean, does that count?
Elephant.
Oh, elephant. Oh, okay, right. Gotcha.
Elephant.
Right. All right. Yeah, I mean, how far do you want to go?
Not too far from the group here because I don't know the jungle. Can I
Sure.
ask, Dallin, can I ask you to ask Frogman Bit Bop? I keep messing it up. Can you ask him if he knows of any elephants around or large animals?
Well, I can try. He was kind of offended last time I tried to tell him something, but I can try. Yo, beep up.
Okay.
Is there any elephants around there? Anything
He
the
shoots his
big
he
honker
shoots his
can
tongue
eat?
out. He doesn't turn around to face you. He just shoots his tongue out off to the side.
I'm just gonna say,
You feel like
Which
that might be
side?
a rude gesture.
yeah, I'm just gonna say,
Oh.
do you really want the dinosaur to be hungry?
And then he turns around and he points a finger
In the
into
water?
this watery bit.
Okay.
So here's my thing. Do I hunt for him or do we just let him hunt for himself?
Ask
I don't know
him.
what's in there.
Do we really want to let him loose?
Well, that's the thing. I don't want him to get into some sort of crazy rage freak because I know what that's like. He'll just hit everything. Hmm. So I try to talk to him and see if he's hungry, he could go in the little pond and see if there's some fish or snakes that he could eat. Can I like sort of direct him over here? I'm going to walk over here.
Uh-huh.
And This is so hard. I don't want to get eaten again. I'm being so careful. It's not like me. I'm not usually this careful. Okay, so I walk to here and I say to my big boy here, come.
Sure. In the meantime, is anybody else doing anything? Laura, is Byleth doing anything?
Um, um, I'm probably. I would like to talk to Oriel a bit. Maybe do a little small talk. I don't know. I see we're getting along because we both wanted revenge, and I don't know. I wanted to kill Satina last time, so I think, yeah, we could get along and just yeah, talk a bit.
There's a lot of
And what's
revenge going
Cracker?
on.
Wait,
Okay.
Yeah,
what do you mean you nearly killed Satina?
Oh, you weren't
it's a
here.
long story.
She attacked us.
Yeah. I
All
I
right.
first blamed her for the death of my parents, but it was in the end, after like clearing my head, it was kind of my fault. But yeah, happens to the best of us, I guess. Yeah.
Okay. Cora is now very suspicious.
No.
I mean, this group is basically comprised of would-be murderers.
Well, I'm a soldier.
Ironically,
What do you mean would be?
well, the ironic thing is the half-orc barbarian is the most peace-loving out of all of you.
I know. It's so funny.
Well, I'm a soldier, so I kind of am allowed to kill a little bit.
A little bit.
A little bit.
She says with great conviction.
Yeah. And I'm evil. So.
You don't mind
All
dying a
right.
little bit, right?
Mm.
So you say to them, you don't mind dying a little bit,
Yeah.
because I'm gonna kill a little bit.
Yeah. Just a little bit. I can bring you back. Well, no. Cora can bring you back.
Not yet.
Not
Yeah,
for
if you-
much longer.
Shh.
Well, I know.
You need to level me up fast, Al.
Nope. Nope. I don't need to do jack. I don't need to do jack.
I
And
don't
now
think...
you've just
Why?
elongated how long it's going to take for you to level up.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't think I get any resurrection spell until I'm level 8
Well,
or 9 or something.
You guys are gonna just have to be a little bit safer and a little bit smarter. That's how it should be played.
Okay.
Speaking of being safe, as Cracker gets close to the water,
Let's go.
Here we go.
Yeah.
Turn order.
Let's all go.
But wait, I did order him to come to me.
yes, you
Right.
did. Go ahead and
Like
roll
Bunker.
your animal handling
Please have a good roll.
or intimidation or whatever it was you were doing.
Oh, well,
That's fine.
okay.
Yeah, he starts to lumber forward. Boom, 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 boom. But at the same time, everybody roll initiative as 3 very large-looking frogs suddenly pop up out of the water. Ribbit. Let's see. They are all going to attack Cracker because
Yay!
why not?
Because I'm there.
Yeah, because you're the one who triggered them. Well done. Laura, Sabrina, do you know how to roll a d20 naturally without the benefit of your character sheet?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Why don't you two each roll an attack roll, and Joe, why don't you roll one? Okay. 2, 13, and 3. Oh, right. Okay, so two of
Wow.
them miss. Two of them miss, and their tongues actually get tied briefly together. The third one hits Cracker, and we'll do.
Was it 13?
Yeah, what's your
Okay.
armor class?
14.
Right. So that's the roll.
Oh, right.
So they're going to hit Cracker. They'll do 6 points of piercing damage. You are also grappled and drawn into their mouths, into this one's mouth,
Oh.
and you disappear. The rest of you all watch as the eyes close and the gulp just go, and Cracker just literally goes headfirst right into the frog's mouth.
That's not good.
All
Oh,
right.
shame.
Which one of these frogs ate her?
Oh, did you not keep track?
The one in the middle.
Yeah.
In the middle. Right, okay.
It's like the
No,
old
I had my
eggshell. It's like the old game in the old 3-card Monty game. You got to keep track of which one it is, otherwise you kill the wrong one. Froggy went Corton. Here we go. And Henrietta, would you like to roll initiative for them?
Sure. That I can do.
Well, excellente. So they will go ahead of. Actually, they'll go first over everybody. So I might as well continue. Yep, Cracker, you are inside one of these bastards.
Great.
You are no longer grappled whilst you're inside, but you are blinded and restrained.
So no getting weapons.
You can attack, actually. You just can't physically move. So your movement goes to 0. So you can try to attack from the inside. You will take you'll take 8 acid damage at the start of their turn. But it's your turn currently. Actually, I need to make you visible. Sorry, I need to make you visible again, otherwise you can't see your initiative. There we go.
That's okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if it was me. Thank you. Well, this is going to send me into a massive rage as I shriek while they swallow me. Ah! What are you doing? This is so horrible. And so I rage, and I'm a little insane now, so reckless attack. I'll post that here. Hold on a sec here.
Okay. Cool.
So
Yep,
I
you'll
am
attack with
insane.
advantage, and you'll be
Okay.
attacked with disadvantage.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I'm crazy raging.
All right.
And I'm going to use my great axe. Hold on. Yeah, I'm going to use my great axe and try to slice my way out of here.
All right. Yeah, 23 definitely hits.
Yeah.
It's a little tough to negotiate, so I would have said you probably have some disadvantage, but it doesn't matter in this case.
Oh, okay.
13
Yeah.
points of damage. There you go. Yeah, you can probably feel between the acid that there's also some hot gushing blood as well. I guess they're not really hot-blooded, but good. The rest of you can see like a bunch of activity going from a lot of bulging. It looks like that frog is starting to have a bit of indigestion. Byleth.
If I attack the frogs, do I also attack Cracker?
I don't know.
Oh.
I mean, how would you
Okay.
has Byleth fought frogs before? Did she used to kill frogs when she was a
No.
little baby dragonborn?
Maybe sometimes, but I don't know. I mean, she's a dragonborn, but she's not proficient in frogs, I guess. So, I mean, I think I'm just gonna go a bit further up here to see clearly what's going on, or try to see it more clearly, and then I'm gonna cast Mage Armor on myself, which I already put in the chat.
Did you have it from earlier?
Um,
Because if you cast it once, it's good for 8 hours.
no, I'm just casting it now.
Okay, sure. All right, mage armor. The rest of you all see the shimmer as suddenly she's surrounded briefly by a little blue tint, and then it goes away. Anything else for Byleth?
Can I scream to Cracker? Are you all right in there?
Yeah,
Can she hear me?
that's closer to a whole action, but you
Oh.
can't. Yeah, she's not able to respond to you.
Oh, all right.
But that could just be because she's inside a frog.
Mhm.
Cora.
Okay, I'm going for the one that swallowed her. And I am going to use... It's damaged, right? So I'm going to use Toll the Dead.
Okay.
Wow.
Wow. Okay. Yeah. So a giant boom occurs, the sound of a peal of a bell, and it seems like Cracker sort of half slides out, feet first.
You okay?
Let's see.
I can't
The
respond yet.
other You can't respond yet. The other two, seeing this half-digested meal in front of them, they'll continue to attack. Joe,
I knew
Henrietta,
it. I knew it.
you're the only one in range. 11.
11.
Yep. That's gonna hit. Joe,
Sorry, what? I missed that.
can you roll an attack roll, please?
Yes, certainly.
Okay. So one of them's going to hit and swallow Cracker again.
Bye-bye.
You take another 6 points of piercing damage.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh, poor Yvonne. I'm sorry.
That's okay. I can take it.
But you do have your rage on, right? So, oh yeah,
Mhm.
actually, that should have been with advantage. 'Cause
yeah.
you, yeah. So Joe, why don't you
Yeah.
roll again?
Okay.
Ooh.
And actually, Henrietta, you should roll again in case it's a crit.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so basically, the two of them are fighting over you, and one of them's going to suck you up. It'll be the one that rolled twice to hit, but you'll get an extra 6 points of piercing damage. But with both of them, you can take half damage.
Will the one that swallows her drag the other one beside him? Because they both were trying to swallow her. So it's kind of like Lady and the Tramp.
Yeah, I'll tell you
A
what.
cracker in the middle.
I'll tell you
Oh,
what,
no.
Henrietta. It's so creative that if
meatball.
why don't you roll a d20 and on 17 or higher, we'll say that happens.
Yeah, 17.
Oh.
Yeah.
Some soft romantic music plays in the background
Yeah.
as the two of them share a half-eaten, half-work, like any good romantic story between princes and frogs. Well done. Very nice.
Super gross.
All righty. Cracker.
Does that
Feels like
mean
you-
I am more free? Like my arms are free?
It means like you're swallowed by this guy, but the two of them are
Oh, okay.
they're locked. They've locked tongues.
Yeah.
Ugh.
No.
Super great.
Hit-
Okay, so would I be rolling with advantage or not? I am raging.
You are raging. Raging itself does not give you advantage. It's the other one that gives you advantage.
Yeah, the reckless. Yeah.
Reckless
okay.
attack. That'll offset
Yep.
the disadvantage from being no, you know what? Go ahead and roll with if you want a reckless attack, you can have advantage on it.
Okay, reckless attack.
But that'll again give you
Reckless
disadvantage on
attack!
being attacked. So
Because I'm a little insane right now, because this is getting horrible. That's too many mouths. Oh, not good enough.
yeah, 24 will hit. So that'll be 2
Okay.
plus 6. Yeah, so that'll be 8. Yeah. Again, it feels really gross when you do it, but
Yep.
some blood comes out. All right.
Thank you.
Byleth.
I'm going to cast Magic Missile on those two frogs, I guess, and like
Sure.
twice on the upper frog. Yeah. Wait.
Sorry,
3
how many on
times?
the top? You have 3
Uh,
magic missiles.
Twice, yeah. Twice on the top, and
Why is there an attack roll? You don't need to. You can change that. It's not actually an attack, but it's fine if you have to generate it. But I don't think it's supposed to do that because magic missile doesn't have an attack. It just automatically hits.
Oh.
5, 4, 5, 14 points. All 3 on the top one.
1 on the bottom one, the last one.
Okay. All right. Yeah.
Yeah.
And that one is injured now. But the first one that swallowed Cracker looks pretty bad. Okay, good. Cora.
Okay, well, I'm going to go for the one that swallowed Cracker, who looks really bad, and Toll the Dead him.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, does it?
That'll hit.
14? Okay.
The top one you said?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that one dies, and once again, Cracker comes spilling out.
I knew it. Mhm. And
And
then
then I'm
what
gonna-
happened?
Well, then I'm going to use my spiritual weapon, and I'm going to try and hit the other one. Using my bonus action. Does a 13 hit?
Yeah, okay. All right. Well done. Anything else for Cora?
No, that's me.
Alan.
Yes.
Big Honker is just sitting there.
Yeah. I'm. Let's see, Cracker's beside it. I'm just gonna use my create bonfire and create one right next to the frog.
Okay.
Here.
Does that eliminate the existing one?
Yes,
Can you post it?
it does.
Okay. So we'll just move it.
And a save for the frog. Let's see.
Here? Or here?
Here.
Okay.
Or on the ground. That's okay too.
Yeah.
Just not beside the Cracker, because then she takes
All right. Yeah, it splashes him with a bit of heat, and it kind of rivets and then turns around towards the bonfire. It looks very, very unhappy about it, and licks its eyeballs in displeasure.
Well, they're cold-blooded, so I thought I needed something to ward them now.
Bip-Bop just keeps hopping from one leg to the other. He's getting very, very excited. Oriole.
Yes, so can I start by saying to Dalen, hey, you talked to Frog, right? Can't you do something about this? And then can I then run up to the frog and try to attack it?
Sure. If you can reach it.
Yeah, so it's 15 feet, right?
Looks like you can get there.
Yeah, right?
Mm-hmm.
Should I go here? Yeah. That's the other.
By the way, the spiritual weapon does not take a space, so you technically could occupy it as well. Or you could take this
Okay.
one or this one. All three of those
Well,
will be adjacent.
I'll take this one. And I'm going to. Well, can I? I don't know if I have drawn my longsword. Can I draw it, or is it already drawn?
No, it's not drawn unless you say you've taken the free item interaction to do so.
Yeah, I have. While I was running up to the frog.
Okay.
So roll an attack, I guess.
Yes. Okay. And 11 will not hit. It kind of slides off the mucousy skin.
Oh man.
Anything else?
I think that's my action, right? I don't think I can.
Yeah, that's your action.
I don't have
That's
any
your-
bonus action. I think.
I don't
Well,
think you do. You might have something, but it's not obvious to me off the top of my head.
can I say shit and hold up my shield?
And do what?
Hold up my shield.
Hold up your shield.
Yeah.
Well, you used a two-handed longsword, so
Oh yeah. no,
moving
that's
to your
not gonna work,
shield
right?
would be another action or free item interaction. So you can't do that.
No,
um,
understand.
Yeah, so your armor
Okay.
class actually is going to be lower by 2 from your normal maximum. So what's your current armor class now without your shield?
16 now without a shield, I think.
Okay.
Let's see.
Okay. Laura, why don't you roll the attack on Oriel?
Mhm.
Because you are the last person to get there. All right.
Yeah.
And Oriel disappears.
Rabbit.
Wait, I
Oriel,
have
you take.
16.
Yeah, I know, but that's the die roll, and the modifiers are not known to you. So they have
Okay.
2 hit modifiers and damage modifiers that you are not aware of, right?
Okay.
Right. So Oriel disappears head first. Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh man.
You take 6 points of piercing damage,
All right.
and you are restrained as well, and you're blinded.
No.
Oh, I forgot. You're blinded. Yes, you should have had disadvantage because you were blinded. But that's okay. Cracker, it's your turn.
Oh, I forgot about the blinding. Sorry. Okay. So am I prone or am I up? Because when I was
I guess you're
rescued, did
prone.
I have time to stand? Okay. So I stand, and I guess the only thing I can really do, because that's my move action, is to throw a javelin, really. So I'm going to throw a javelin.
Well, you're right beside it,
Okay.
aren't you?
Am I really? Because I'm 5.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, you're
5
next
feet
to it.
away. I'm next to it? Okay. Well, then I'll just use my great axe because I mean, really. I'm still raging and I'm feeling crazy.
Okay.
Oh, shoot. I didn't take advantage off. I'm sorry. Do you want me to
It's all right.
re-roll?
It's just a left-handed number is fine. Yeah, so the 19 will hit, and the 11 hit points plus 2 rage will be enough to kill it. And the third frog dies, and Oriel gets expelled.
Ugh,
The-
gross.
The 2 of you smell lovely, and you're covered in little bits of fish and some worms and all kinds of sticky acidic goo.
Well, you
At
got
which point
Okay.
Big Hog
Can-
comes over and starts to eat one of these guys.
Oh, good.
mission accomplished. You got hunker dinner.
You did it the hard way.
Yeah.
Well done.
And I'm gonna
It's
You went
dinner.
f-
right now.
you basically went fishing using yourselves as bait.
Just like cooking at Susness.
Yeah.
Well done. Yeah. Yvonne, I feel like Cracker gets inspiration.
Yay! For being eaten
Twice.
twice.
All right. Congratulations. Well done. Let's take a little 5-minute break. I don't actually need to, but I feel like we did a lot there. That's a good time to take a little break.
Sure.
Yeah.
All right.
Cool.
Sounds good.
See you in a
Okay.
few.
See you in a few.
Yeah. So as you heard, one of them was speared through the brain via an open mouth. Bracker, how did you kill yours?
Well, I don't think I didn't have the killing shot on that, did I?
Didn't you?
I didn't think I did. I thought it was Cora.
No.
No,
I
you're the
think-
you're the
Nope, it
you were
was
the
me.
last one. Yep. Great axe.
Well, great axe, right in the center of the head. So aiming for generally the same area.
Mhm.
Just buried it right in there and hacked one of the eyeballs off.
Yeah.
And then did you
Goes
pick it up
flying
with your
into the
hand
pond.
and take a bite out of it?
No! I threw it to Big Honker.
He likes it. It's like the jelly thing that you find at the bottom of those boba teas.
Oh yeah. Eyeball.
Mm, still fresh. Very good. All right. Yeah. So you've managed to solve the problem of what to feed Big Honker. Bip-Bop is you all suddenly notice that Bip-Bop is hiding in the bushes on the other side of the road.
Ooh,
Obviously,
Isn't.
obviously afraid of what you apparently do to amphibians.
mhm. I hope it was this uncle or something.
Great.
Henrietta, are you saying that all frogs are related? That's a bit racist, you know.
I know. I'm sorry. I didn't mean. Distant relative then.
I know you come from Norway, where everybody is. It's a very unified culture, but you know the rest of the world doesn't think this way. Is there anything else anybody wants to do?
I
Rest?
think we need to take a rest.
Yeah.
Rest.
Okay.
Set
Yeah.
set
But I
watches.
think, yeah, I think we need to set up a watch. So if we've got some elves in the party, then they could do middle watches because they don't need full 8 hours.
Do you have elves in the party?
We have a half elf.
And that's gonna get you that, and 3 pounds will get you a cup of coffee at Starbucks, maybe.
Yeah. I'm sorry. Oh, sorry.
Half elves get a pretty bad deal when it comes to inheriting elven traits. They don't really get that many of the benefits.
Nope. Except for the ears. The ears
That's a
Yeah.
benefit.
Yeah, that makes them targets. A lot of people like to
Yeah.
collect elf ears. In fact,
Damn it.
aren't there a couple of people in this group that have ears on a necklace?
I
Cora.
did not put those figs on a necklace.
I don't have ears. I thought I had teeth.
Oh, that's much better then.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they're not elven teeth. I thought they were orc teeth.
Oh yeah, because orcs don't have any rights, right? Right, Cracker?
Not
Shush.
when they end up, just attacking us. No. This one's all right. She's cool.
Just
I mean, I do
keep-
admire some of the tusks, but I don't understand how to use prosthetics, so I can't really add them to my own. I mean, I would if I could. Some of them are
Just-
nice. Those are nice
just
tusks.
watch- I think all she's saying is watch your step there. 'Cause get out of line, and she's gonna have a few more molars added to her collection.
But I'm kind of oblivious to that. I just smile and nod and compliment the necklace.
Mm-hmm. Fair enough. Okay,
The warning
so
goes right
here's-
over my head.
Right. So first off, Byleth is not part of the watch rotation because she's too busy copying spells.
True.
Sure.
Well, I'm happy to take first watch.
Okay.
I'll take third watch.
Yeah, I can take a watch.
Okay. And remind me, does Ariel does not have dark vision?
Yes, she does.
Oh, sorry, Ariel does. Byleth does not have dark vision.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So she would have been useless anyway.
Yeah.
And Big Honker, after eating an entire giant frog, just plops down where he is and just goes to sleep. And he farts.
That's a shame because I was going to say after my watch, I'm going to go and cuddle up and sleep on him.
Never sleep next to a large animal that just had a big meal.
Not anymore.
Nope. In fact, if the bonfire's a little too close. Oh yeah, where was the bonfire? Wasn't it over here?
Yeah, but I moved it. I casted it again.
Oh, okay.
In the same place as
Alright.
it was.
Smart thinking.
Mhm.
All right. Yeah. So the good news is Big Honker is probably going to scare most of the other medium-sized predators away. The rest of you are on watch. Everybody who is on watch can roll an active perception check. Bip-Bop is going to curl up in the bushes on his own.
So I have to mute for just a sec.
Okay. 16, 9.
Well, my
Alan,
passive is 15. I don't know if I can.
Yeah, that's fine.
My passive
Got
is
2 more perception
17,
checks.
so actually better.
2 more perception checks. Cracker. Yeah, good. Wow. And who are we missing?
Oreo.
So should
Oriel.
I take another watch?
Oreo.
Yes.
So Oriel's
Perception,
taking a
right?
watch as well, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Go ahead and roll perception for Oriel. Just click on the perception skill. It'll turn red as you highlight over it. There you go.
I
You're
still
set
am
to
at disadvantage.
you're set at disadvantage. You can change that. You can
Yep.
do it. I'll take the 14, but you can do it again just to make sure you've got your sheet set up correctly. Okay. So Cracker and Dallin, you notice that amongst the sounds of the swamp, which most of you are not particularly familiar with, the island itself had swampy sections, but it wasn't like this, sort of an endless swamp. And Chult, although it's covered in swamp, this is really the first time you've all been outside the city limits, really. There are a lot of sounds and smells that you're just not familiar with, right? Aside from the obvious insects and other forms of fauna, the occasional plop of something that either is jumping out of the water or falling into the water. Obviously, various forms of frogs and toads and other amphibians calling out at night. The occasional sound of what may be some sort of a mammal, either warning or attempting to mate, or even a bird. You hear a lot of rustling off in the distance. You can't see anything. It's not a particularly windy night, so it's a little bit unusual, and the rustling all seems generally localized. Somewhere in this general direction. I'm not saying that it's that far away from you. It could be closer, but, in sort of a 360 degree kind of sense, it's coming from what is essentially southwest of your position. It doesn't seem to get closer. It doesn't seem to be threatening in and of itself. It just sort of stands out because one moment it's fairly quiet except for all these background noises, and then you hear and then it stops. And then occasionally it continues again. You also, when there is a slight breeze, do pick up the putrid odor of the decay of the swamp itself. Now, this may not be abnormal. Again, you're not particularly au fait with swamp life, but you have noticed that parts of the swamp smell quite nasty. There's little bits of sulfur in the air. There's, the smell of decaying vegetation. There's the smell of other things that are decaying. Having several, large creatures here laying next to your camp, decaying and slowly being eaten by all the things that have found it, including snakes and lizards and other things, doesn't help either. And at one point, probably some animal even has found the soft underside, burst into it, and the stomach contents have spilled out, which for those of us who have any hunting experience knows that's probably the worst thing you could ever smell.
Mm.
Yep.
So, yeah. So it's not been a very restful evening, let's just put it that way. But beyond the noises and the various things that are a bit unsettling, nothing comes close to your party, whether it's because of the fire, the presence of Big Honker, or the fact that you're on the road, you're not entirely sure. Presumably, you're all just grateful for the peace and quiet. You manage to rest Those of you who were meant to level up will do so. And Byleth has learned, I think we agreed to, was it 2 spells or 1 spell? 1 spell a
Yeah,
night?
2 spells.
Okay.
2 spells, right? Then. Yeah.
Yep. Okay. You take a long rest, but you also have a slightly lazy start, so it's actually sort of 10 hours instead of your standard 8. But by then, most of the party's awake in the morning, so you only needed the one. Most of you only needed to do that 1 2-hour shift. Bip-Bop comes running back up again and starts jumping excited. Sorry, what do you want to say?
May I use my portent? Because I'm a divination wizard.
Yeah. Yep. Let's do that.
Okay. I'm gonna post it.
Okay. Good. Ooh, wow, interesting.
All right.
Those are pretty good.
Mhm.
Okay. Bip-Bop comes running up, starts hopping back and forth on one leg, then the other, on the other, and the other. And he seems extremely upset and very urgently starts pointing down the path. Help, 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 help. And he starts reaching out for Cora's arm, trying to reach her and drag her towards what presumably is the path.
What's your hurry?
And he tells you in his sort of broken common, he thinks his village is in trouble.
From the lizard people?
He sniffs the air. Help, 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 help.
That's helpful.
And he points to the satchel in which you put the eggs that he gave you. With your high perception, you suspect he's implying that you did make a promise and he paid you for it already.
Sure. Did we send for Cud and Ribfaxi?
Yes, you did. Did you tell them where to meet?
No, Cora was supposed to send us a sending spell and tell them. And I remembered when we woke up.
Yeah. Funny how that works.
Yeah.
I can only do so much, If I remember all this stuff for you guys, then I'm basically playing D&D by myself.
But I did remember just a little bit light.
You did.
Yeah.
You did. Well, some people, they're too busy with other things. Like, shining their shiny metal stilettos.
Mm-hmm.
You mean
So?
cleaning them?
Yeah. So you may have sent for them, but if they don't know where you are, what do you think the odds are of Hrimfaxi and a Minotaur, neither of whom are native to swamps or have particular tracking skills in a swamp, although Minotaurs are very good for mazes, apparently.
And Rimfaxi
What do you
can
think
fly
the chances of them? Well, yeah, he can fly, sure.
overhead and
What do you think the chances are of them finding you?
I don't know.
I'm not saying
I
it's.
think
I'm
we're
not
on
saying
the
it's.
road.
Yeah, but there's more than one road.
There's not one road in and out of where we were.
Remember, there was 3 main valleys that led down into it.
That's right.
Is sending a high spell? Is it level? Is it a level 3 or something?
Sending. I mean, I can do it now. That's not a problem.
Yeah, I was just thinking if
It's
you
just-
want to save your spells.
Well, we just had a long rest, so I can send one, no problem.
Yeah, but we are going
Post
We
in
have
the
into
them
a
with
chat.
us, don't we?
fight. That's up to you.
I think we should, because I think we might need the cavalry to come in and help.
Yep.
So the other thing about this is, I would like to ask you how you intend to convey in a message of 25 words or less
Yeah.
how they're going to find you. Do you describe it as we're in the swamp on the road with a lot of trees and
I was gonna say we
swampy
left
water?
left town from south.
All the roads head south.
Oh, okay.
This is a peninsula that curves north, but it basically heads south first, and then entire peninsula heads east towards the mainland, where it joins up with the rest of the body of land that makes Faerun and the other continents. All the roads head south away from the town, from the city of Port Nyanzaru. They head in slightly different directions, but generally speaking, they're all south.
Does only one head towards the swamps?
The whole place is swamp and jungle.
Yeah, okay.
You remember seeing that when you sailed in.
How long did we walk before we stopped to take a long rest?
It didn't sound like you got that far down. You kind of plopped down as soon as you could, really. But maybe you took a long time. I'm not sure. How long did you walk?
I don't know. They said that we were going to set up a camp where Bipop knew of a good place, so I don't know how long we walked.
6 hours?
6
Maybe?
hours? Yes. That's a long walk.
Hmm.
Well, 6 hours for you guys. I mean, some people can travel faster and some people can travel without disadvantage in a swamp. You were on the road, so that's about 6 hours normal travel time. But if you straight off the road, you ran across a sunken bridge, might have been more like 4 hours. If you had a ranger, maybe you would have a better idea. The druid has some idea, maybe. Somebody who's proficient in survival can roll a survival check to try to see if they're more accurate.
I'm not proficient in survival.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
It feels like it was quite a few hours based on the sun and everything else.
Mm-hmm.
And the fact you wanted to get away because somebody killed somebody and then somebody else had to bury them. And, it's a whole thing. I hate when that happens.
Typical afternoon.
It's like you go to a wedding and you accidentally kill the bridegroom and,
Right?
yeah, and then everybody thinks, you're not invited to the next wedding. That's not fair, is it?
Agree.
So I think I'm proficient in survival, so I can make a check how long we've been walking, maybe?
Sure. Yeah. Are you proficient?
Yes.
Okay. Well, then you are proficient. Go ahead and roll. Yeah. So you think it's been 5 hours.
All right. 5 hours, guys.
Yeah.
And we can leave the bonfire burning, or do we want to leave a marker of some kind?
I can leave a marker, but it only lasts for an hour, so they won't be here in time. Well, I
wouldn't have time.
could also dig a huge arrow with
Yeah.
my mold earth.
That's clever.
And
I like that idea.
Mm-hmm.
If only Tom Hanks had mold earth, he never would have made that movie.
So I can do that.
Listen.
And Rimfaxi can fly over to also see. I don't know how dense the forest is, the trees, but if
It's
he
pretty.
can,
It's pretty dense.
it's dense. Okay, so he can fly over to look after the site.
Well, it's like anything, right? I mean, there's sections that are not, and then there's sections that are open. If you're in the open areas, and he flies over as you are in the open areas, then of course he has a good chance of seeing you. But if you're under the jungle canopy, there's literally, that's like 100% cover. So
yeah,
you have to roll your luck or choose to stay stationary someplace. But yeah. So tell me what this message is. Word out and count the words for the message there, Joe.
Well, I was gonna say follow the south road out towards the swamps, but that could be anywhere.
Well, it will help in the sense that they'll know that you took a road and not just wandered off into the jungle or took a boat or climbed a mountain, which is not easy, but it's possible. So that will cut it down, but they'll still have to, go up and down, up and down, up and down, and they're not. Neither of them is super great at tracking.
So took road south towards swamps.
Well, and we know it's been 5 hours, right? And we do have two dead frogs lying over here, so maybe that could be another sign.
Mm-hmm.
Or are they eaten by Big?
Stopped.
Big Honker's pretty full after
after
just one. He's trying to
okay.
keep. He's trying to watch his waist, so he's not. He doesn't.
Yeah.
He doesn't.
I
And
know
plus,
what
he
you're
also.
going through, buddy.
Plus, he had that clown earlier, so that still tasted funny. So he didn't want to have more. I'm going to milk that joke. I'm going to milk that joke for all it's worth.
I know.
Just typing something out. Bear with me.
Yep. If anybody else has suggestions, Laura, you can certainly pipe up. Feel free.
Yeah, I mean, I also think that like leaving a mark would be good. I don't know anything else. Maybe they could also like see that there was a bonfire or something like that.
So the
Other than
fire
that,
is only 5 foot square, so it's a little bit small
yeah,
against
but
the backdrop
when they
of the.
come,
I was gonna say
Mhm.
when they come, if Darlene's done a big arrow in the direction that we're going,
Yeah,
I
I
could
was
put that in the
thinking
message.
about
Mhm.
making an arrow and just also write CUD. So you understand that is us.
Okay. Yeah, that'll take you. Can you?
Right.
Is it 5
Took road.
square? 5 foot square
Yep.
per action? Is it?
5 foot cube.
And the changes last for 1 hour.
Yeah, but if you dig it out, does the dirt automatically just go back? I can understand the other ones where you cause shape, color, or both to appear in the dirt or stone. But when you excavate an area and move the dirt away, does it just zoop back when the hour's up?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, let me just think about that. I mean, yeah. Okay. So if you just dig out a trench, then sure. So it'll take you 1 action to do. Doesn't say. Oh, 5 foot cube. Yeah. Okay. So how long and big do you want to make it?
Let's see. If I make it 30 feet long, 10 feet wide, there you have
Mhm.
1 minute. Nope.
Yeah. I mean, that's
yeah.
not a problem. It's
So I take about 5 minutes to excavate kind of a 30 feet long, 10 foot wide, and just write CUD
okay.
in big letters on the side.
Excellent. Okay. Yeah. So you leave a message for CUD, and it's presumably one of those areas that's not under a lot of cover, so they can see it when they're flying. And you guys are ready to go?
sure.
Okay.
Well, I just have to let you know it's 2:30 here, and I probably have to go pretty soon.
Okay. As in, you need to leave now?
No, probably in about half an hour.
Yeah, but I mean, we normally play till 5, right?
Don't we normally play till 2? My time?
We
No,
normally
we've got another
play till
half an hour.
we normally play till
Oh,
5
really?
Eastern, and it's 4:30 now.
Oh, that's so weird. Okay, forget it. Ignore me. Just ignore me.
Everything okay?
No, I have sick brain. I don't know
Okay.
what time is anymore.
Okay. All right.
I have an intelligence of 5. What are you expecting? Sorry, I'm okay now. Sorry.
All right. It's just, I mean, just making sure I'm not on the wrong time zone.
Well, no, I know. I'm looking. I'm like, okay, nothing. Just ignore me. Yep. I'm
Okay.
looking at
All
the
right.
wrong clock. New computer, wrong time zone. I'm good. I'm good now.
Okay. All right.
So before we move, can I just go back and try to retrieve my javelin?
Yes.
All right. Nice.
Okay. We'll get Satina out there because she'll show up eventually. And I've got to find Cud and Hermfaxi at some point. Although maybe they're not going to quite get there at the same time you will. They still got to find you. As they almost undoubtedly will start their search on the wrong road. Because there's 2/3 of it. There's only a 1/3 chance that they get the right road.
Hmm.
All right. Where is it? Okay, as you start to walk for hours and hours and hours, and remember, this is actually going to take several days, right? But it feels like it's going a little bit faster. Actually, Cud and Hermfax will catch up to you before you get there. You will also, where is Cud? I lost Cud. You will also find that the transition to proper swamp is a little bit unusual because you start to find yourself in more and more of a watery background as opposed to pure swamp. But because of the presence of these gigantic lily pads, which I hope you can all see. Yes?
Yeah.
Okay. Is it just black? Is it just dark for you?
I can see about 15 feet diameter, and then the rest is I can kind of see what's there, but it's not very clear. Although it's just gone grey.
Right. And that's because I changed it. Okay.
There we go.
Yeah, there we go.
Very good.
Ooh, pretty.
Okay.
Excellent.
So these giant lily pads, you start walking through more and more water, and these giant lily pads, despite the fact that they're lily pads, seem pretty stable for the most part. But you realize that Cud and Big Honker start sinking as soon as they step on one of these things. Hermfaxi is floating. As soon as he starts sinking, he immediately starts flying at will, so he doesn't sink. But Cud and Big Honker seem to be a little bit too heavy for one of these lily pads to support their weight.
Question. You said that this travel took several days, so they caught up to us. When did this kind of landscape start?
The last day.
Okay, so could I see it
this
at
day 4,
in the beginning of the morning that this was happening? That there was more and more water,
Sure.
because then I would prepare water walk, and I
Okay.
would cast it ritually on everyone. It's up to 10 people.
Okay, let's just double check.
Wowza. That's pretty awesome.
Yeah, nice.
Very good. Okay, 10 will increase. Yeah, it doesn't say that there's a size limit or anything. Okay. Yeah, so thanks to your excellent homework and spell knowledge, you have managed to save your two of your 3 heaviest party members from sinking into the swampy lily pads.
Mm-hmm.
Well done.
I have it. I just don't have it prepared.
Also, before
He didn't-
we enter the kind of city or what you would call it, I'm gonna cast Beast Bond on Big Honker. It lasts for 10 minutes, but I'm going to telepathically explain to him that don't eat the eggs or the frog people. Be nice.
Uh, I mean, he's kind of got a little bit of a thing going with the cracker. How are you going to convince him to do it?
Well, we have been feeding him, and he can understand me telepathically, so I don't have to explain it in per se.
No, I'm not saying you have to explain it. You have to convince him. He may understand you. He doesn't necessarily have to follow what you. It's not mind control, right?
No, but
I think she freed him though.
yeah.
Like, wouldn't he have that initial relationship of, oh yeah, you're the one who freed me? Or...
In the beginning, and we have saved him. But I'm just gonna say that I'm just not gonna do a lot to convince him. I'm just
Okay, I mean, I'm just reading the spell because there is something called Charm Monster. There's also Dominate Monster. There's also Charm Beast. You establish a telepathic link with a beast you touch that is friendly to you or charmed by you, so that definitely applies. The spell fails if the beast's intelligence is 4 or higher, which it is not, and until the spell ends, the link is active while you and the beast are within line of sight of each other. The beast can understand your telepathic messages and can communicate simple emotions and concepts back to you. Doesn't say that it necessarily does what you tell it to do.
No, but I'm just gonna tell him, and I'm just gonna make him understand that if he does that, it's gonna be trouble, and he can decide for himself, and he know what we can do. So, if he's smart enough.
Passive aggressive threats may
Yep.
not work on him. He's not smart
No,
enough.
but
But he looks at all these piles of eggs and he thinks, and you can see that he's getting hungry.
Oh, that's gonna be tricky.
So, Bip-Bop excitedly jumps forward and starts yammering in his little froggy language with some of the green ones standing in the front, all of whom lower their spears in your direction and generally seem to be extremely upset with the idea that there's so many large creatures hanging around their whatever this is. The green ones, they don't want to stand aside, but Bip-Bop seems to have a bit of authority, and he seems to wave and gesticulate. Finally, the green ones step aside, but then you see one of the other blue ones start to move forward, along with a different one that looks a little bit more, I don't know, serious, senior, regal. Yes, possibly. He's got some accoutrement. He's wearing some clothes, which is unusual for the rest of them. The rest of them generally are barely clothed and just have some utilitarian items wrapped around their bodies. They seem to converse briefly. And then the one that is a little bit more senior appearing, that the others all defer to, and even the green ones even bow towards as he passes, comes forward, and he starts speaking in this language that none of you understand.
I'm gonna do my mind link again with him.
Okay.
And just gonna say, don't be afraid. It's me with the green hair that's talking to you in your mind. It's easier to communicate this way.
Are you here for eggs?
No. We were approached by some of your people asking for our help with the lizard folk. And we are here to help.
He points at Big Honker He will eat all of our eggs.
If he does, we will take care of him.
You were given eggs. I can smell them.
Do you want them back?
They are payment.
Okay.
We need fighters. Will you fight?
We will fight.
And at this point, he goes inside this hut and comes back out with some more eggs. 6 green eggs. We will give you 6 more eggs if you fight them.
Thank you. Not gonna argue with him. I'm just gonna. You can just put them there, and we'll take them when we're done our job. If we succeed.
If you must let them eat eggs, they can eat the green ones. They are only the eggs of the green grung. They do not matter. You must protect the blue ones, the red ones, and the gold eggs.
Okay, why?
Because they are the only grung that matter.
Okay. I'm gonna tell everyone what he just said. Just explain it back.
The
then.
gold ones are the most important.
Okay. And I'm just gonna tell.
Of course, if as you hear all this, the green ones, the green grung, they lower their heads. But you see a little tear drop from one of their faces.
Oh,
Oh my god.
We're gonna protect all of the eggs. Don't worry.
mm-hmm.
It's not necessary. Protect the gold and the red. The blue if you can. Green. Eh. We will give you all the green eggs.
We don't want any more eggs. It's okay.
What is wrong with our eggs? They are very good.
Yes, there's nothing wrong with your eggs, but we have enough. It's okay. You're not here for the eggs. We are here to help.
What do you want instead of eggs? We don't have much. I can give you this green grung. And he pushes one of them forward.
We don't want a slave. We're fine.
Well,
we don't.
if you want to eat him, you can eat him. Just don't do it in front of the other green ones. They get upset.
Oh,
Wow.
okay.
I'm
This guy.
gonna turn to the rest of the party and say I'm not doing this unless we are saving all of the eggs.
Of course we are.
Me too.
Me too.
He can think what he wants, but we are saving everyone, or at least everyone we can.
Mm-hmm.
I think we need to say to him, we either save all of the eggs or none of the eggs.
Sure,
I like that.
I'm gonna say that to him. We are saving all of the eggs, or none of the eggs. That's up to you.
No, you must save the gold ones and the red ones. Maybe the blue ones.
We're going to try and save every egg. And every frog people. Green or blue or gold or red.
Lizard folk, very hungry. More than usual. They sneak up through the water. We can't always see them.
Yeah, but
They will attack, take eggs, eat, and leave.
we will try to protect everything we can.
No! You must concentrate strength. Protect the gold ones.
Do you want our help or not?
My children are in the gold pile. You must protect them.
Do you want?
Here, I give you 2 green ones. And he pushes another one forward.
If you keep this up, we're not gonna help you at all. Or we are just gonna save the green eggs and let the gold eggs die. If you keep this up.
At this, The green grung start clapping and jumping excitedly, and the rest of the grung start getting very angry, and they all pull out their weapons.
Ooh, what's happening?
Oh, yeah, what is happening?
Everything or nothing. We can just leave and you
Civil
can
war.
fend for yourself. We don't have to be here. We don't need more eggs. We are here to help everyone.
This is how it is. Our society does not value the green eggs.
Well-
It is not your place to judge our society.
Prime directive.
Like I said, everyone or no one, and I'm just gonna turn my back.
You are with us or against us?
Do you really want to fight us and the lizard folk?
We die anyway.
Not
What
if we help
difference?
you.
You must help protect the gold and the red.
We are going to protect everyone.
And Bip Bop pokes him in the side. Oh, yes, blue too. But I will give you blue eggs if you want. And you can take him too. And he pushes Bip Bop forward. Bip Bop looks a little bit betrayed.
I say we leave them to fend for themselves. They're assholes.
They are.
This isn't looking good.
I'm gonna.
The other ones all seem to be part of it. They all seem to buy into this. So for all you can tell, this is just how it is.
Yeah, I'm gonna try and do a huddle with my companions, and
Okay.
I'm gonna send Rimfax in front so they don't try to listen to us. And I'm just gonna say, we're just gonna say that we are going to protect the gold and the red and the blue, but we are going to protect everyone, and then we can fight for them, and we
Sounds
don't
good.
have to argue with this frog or toad or what it is. Okay,
Sounds good. Yep.
Okay.
we agree.
Fair enough.
Alright.
Although
Agreed.
we can maybe haggle out some eggs to the big guy over there. Maybe because he liked the frog people, right? Maybe we can keep him calm and make sure that he's been fed all the time. Maybe we could, or no?
Train him to start eating the eggs of the grung.
Yeah. So I was thinking maybe we could haggle a little bit of the eggs. I mean, why not? They're offering, right? So
Well,
and
I'd
then
rather.
we can.
Oh.
I
I
wish.
want him
Thank you.
hungry when he sees these lizard people. I want him hungry
Mm-hmm.
and grumpy.
Oh, I see. All right. Let's do this.
Yeah, because if he's too full, he'll just, doze off. And then if he sees the frog eggs as his food, then he'll probably just forget all about the lizards.
Oh yeah, no, I understand.
So Cora, you don't agree?
No, that's fine by me.
Okay, so I'm going to tell you. Yes, we are going to protect the red eggs, the gold eggs, and the blue eggs. Okay, let's get this done.
Gold first,
Yeah,
then
gold.
red.
Yeah, gold first, of course.
Blue if you have time.
Yep.
But don't kill yourself. Ribbit.
Mm-hmm. Good. Good meeting ya. So where are these lizard people that you need us to fight? Do we need to?
At that point,
Oh, okay.
dozens of lizard people just pop up.
Oh my god.
Holy shit.
You asked, I delivered.
Oh,
Ooh.
man.
And we are going to stop there today.
Oh, no.
No.
Where are the gold eggs that he was talking about? Where are they
They're
located?
back here. So if you cannot see, which I know that may not be so easy, you know where we normally leave the little red dots.
Mm-hmm.
This one has a yellow dot up there.
Okay.
And then you got
And
blues,
Mm.
yeah, and a
yeah,
green,
purples,
purple.
yeah, oranges.
Yeah.
You know, use the closest color that conveys. There's actually a few more colors in between, but he was passing along the general idea that the green's at the bottom, gold's at the top. All the other colors in the spectrum are essentially somewhere in between. Okay.
Mhm.
All right. Well, you guys
Alright.
have a whole week to plan out how you're going to do this. But again, in metagame time, the combat's already started, so none of this whole let's figure out how you're going to attack this way, and he's going to come over with a airstrike, and he's going to have close air support, and we'll have the tank run through the middle, and you do a flanking attack on the side. All right, so we won't do any of that, please. All right.
Thank you for doing that for us. That was great. Thank you. I took notes.
You're welcome. You're welcome. But if anybody wants to take any eggs and start throwing them at people, I'll give you advantage on your attacks. All right.
Bye.
Okay. Well, I hope you guys had fun. And excellent. And
Hell yeah.
and everybody's here next week, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Laura, you too?
Less adult.
Yeah, of course.
Okay. And Maddie's back as well, so it should be a pretty
Yay.
full group.
Fireball.
Yeah, fireball. Don't forget-
It'll
But-
kill the eggs as well.
well, that's the point, right? You're going to have a lot of omelets, a lot everywhere you. It's funny how the DM set it up so wherever you put a fireball, there's just within range is one pile of eggs. Isn't it funny how that worked out?
Hmm.
Hilarious.
It's almost like he planned it that way.
Mhm.
Never would he do a thing like that.
We won't even bother to roll initiative, so we can all do it fresh next week.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Nice.
Amazing game.
Thank you very much. Sabrina, you won't level up now, but after your next long rest, you can level up to level 2. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Good. So you might as well prep your character sheet because it might be, assuming this combat doesn't take all of next week, you might actually have a rest next week. So you might as well be prepared.
Yes, I will.
Awesome. Okay. Thanks, everybody. I think that's it, really. Sabrina, you'll look to try to get a headset that doesn't sound like the old tin can and a string. And for the rest of us, I guess, have a nice week.
You too.
You too.
You too.
Thank you. You too.
Bye, everyone.
Bye-bye.
Take care.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.